You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Yep, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee. I don't know where the hell Envy went. He's just snuck out on us. But we got our three guests in the building. We have Dr. Roni, James Hester, and Jamie Foster Brown. What's happening?
I'm here.
Hey.
We're glad to be here, too.
My boo, Jamie.
Thank you, that's my baby over there.
We here discussing some things. What's the book, James?
The book is 21 Pounds in 21 Days. And quickly, I was in the media business, had a really bad exit out of New York, which made me mentally, physically, and spiritually really ill. And I went from like 175 to 213 pounds and growing.
Yikes.
And that year was like really insane. Like I couldn't get out of myself. And from the betrayal, and we all understand that.
So a lot of stress eating?
Right. Oh, totally. I don't drink or do drugs, so it was all carbs, growing. And our friend Marvette Brito.
Marvette. Love Marvette.
Introduced me to this lady at Martha's Vineyard. And I'm like, I've never been to Martha's Vineyard. And she said, this lady's great. You should go. So she had a retreat. And I booked myself in for 21 days in April of 2003. And on the third day, give God a shout out. He visited me and he said, I'm going to heal you, but you have to pass your healing on to those that are in need. So I turned to Roni and I said, you have a lot of money? And she said, no. I said, well, we got to heal the world. I said, you want to do a book? And she said, I love to do a book. Yeah. So I was like, if I could make a record and I could make people famous, I think I could do a book. Mm-hmm. So we went on this journey. And on the 7th day of my detox, on Easter Sunday, I was baptized in Jesus' name in a small church in Martha's Vineyard. And my life started changing. So I called my dear friend, Jamie Foster Brown, which I read her magazine way back.
Sister to Sister
magazine. It was 6 pages. And I called her. It was her first year. And I said, I love your magazine. This is 20-something years ago. Yeah. And I said, I'm going to throw you an anniversary party. And I got all of the celebrities and all of the people in my time in media to come and support this lady with this new magazine. So the first person I called when God changed my life, introducing me to Roni and this program, I called Jamie up, and her and her husband come up to Martha's Vineyard way before the book comes out. And Jamie thought I was crazy that you don't chew for 21 days.
Yes.
But she did it, and it changed her life. So Jamie reached out recently and said, I need your help. And we've helped Steve Harvey, we've helped Robin Quivers from Howard Stern, we've helped Mariah Carey's background singer that was dying of cancer. Roni's helped them. I'm just her. I say Roni's Diana Ross and I'm Barry Gordy. So she's the front of the band. I'm done. Ladies, you're on.
Well, Roni, break it down for us. What is the fully liquid detox? No chewing for 21 days? Like, what is that?
Oh, I love when you say that, because one of the things that you have to remember that this is, and I love the fact that you have a juice bar. It all starts there with the green drink. However, it's not a juice program. It's detoxification, and I always like to say it's maximum nutrition in small dosages all day long. So it not only affects your colon, but your liver, your lymphatic system, your pancreas. Every organ is touched in 21 days. It is such a profound experience that you go through. I always say losing weight is a side effect of this program. Your skin gets better, your hair gets better. And you know what? What's most amazing about this program? You feel so awesome. I hear it all the time. Your energy gets better.
Mentally clear-headed.
Oh, it's amazing. People say to me all the time, I've never felt this good in all the years that I think I've been on Earth. I says, well, that's kind of like overdoing. They go, no, trust me. I've never felt this good. People tell me this all the time. And then I say, okay, then great. Then why do you fall back? So what makes you feel good in the beginning is what you should continuously keep doing for the rest of your life. And I think this not only saved my life, but, like James always says, it's saved it and changed it. And we'll never stop detoxing. It's our life.
Well, for the record, I'm on day 10. Today. I haven't chewed food. So
you already put the book out and you just on 10?
No. I've done 45. I do it 3 times a year.
Okay.
And I just did this.
3 times a year?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I always wonder how often should you detox. I know how important it is to give your organs a break from having to break down foods. And that really does help you just get everything back in order again. And but I always wonder, how many times a year should you be detox?
Well,
you say 3.
I always tell everyone, you know what? Give yourself one deep cleanse every year for 21 days and seasonally do it for 7 days. So that's like one deep cleanse, 21 days, and every season, just go and knock it out
What's
for
a
7
deep
days.
cleanse?
A deep cleanse is 21 days. It's
Oh, okay, so
maximum
that's just the
nutrition.
amount of days.
Exactly. It's the amount of days that you do it for. It's the program touches every organ. And that's why you look and feel so good. It's not something that you should take lightly. You should really congratulate yourself for doing it.
What about a fast?
Well, it's sort of like when you say fast,
As in no food.
Well,
Oh, that's what
no,
it is, 'cause
I
there's no
think
choice.
think
But
it's
you
a
have,
it's a difference between fasting and no food. This is maximum. Every drink is, I would say, between 6 to 8 servings. If you have a green drink, do you know how many? That's 5 to 8 servings of vegetables. Do you know how important that is to do
Every morning.
all day long? And then you've got your antioxidants going, right? And then you've got your anti-inflammatory going. So each drink has a different purpose. So the average week on a detox is more nutrition than the average person gets in a month.
Right.
In one day, you get more nutrition than the average person gets in a month. So if you do that every single day for 21 days, it's no wonder you look and feel so good.
Jamie, how did the diet affect you?
Well, I think I still look good given my age.
Yes, you do.
know, and so
97.
97. It's 95.
95,
I
I'm
keep
sorry.
telling you. Okay. No, the diet, it affected me and my husband, and it helped us to learn. First of all, you learn how to eat and how to nourish your body. This is very important to me, and it's important to me also because you all are all my babies. You all are God's kids. Okay, so I'm here for that reason. I've been with Tupac in jail. I've been with Biggie. I've lost a lot of people in the industry. I've interviewed all these people, Whitney and all of them, and I care about my children. I care about you all. And artists don't eat right all the time. They're not, they eat whatever they can when they can, and I feel like I have to be able to say to them, look, let's all get healthy because we're dying. We're dying early. When when Biggie died and Tupac and all of it just drove me crazy.
Well, they got
because
killed. But I
I know
understand
they
what
got
you're
killed,
saying.
but if psychologically, if you're gonna take care of your body, you take care of your mind also. And where are you? What are you doing at what time? You understand what I'm saying? This is important to me. And so I mean, with Tupac, I just recently learned that his father taught a guy who was in jail how to read with my magazine, with Sister to Sister.
Wow.
So
That's amazing.
with Biggie and with Whitney, and I interviewed all these people, I had to go to the jail. They snuck me in jail to talk to Tupac when he was there. And he was like, where's everybody? He said, I'm here. Everybody say they love me, but why am I sitting up in here? So in comes Suge and, and David Kidder. So I'm there with these kids, and I learned it. Well, Aaliyah, I'm there with the family. Her father's not well. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at him while he's talking. They're talking about his daughter, and they're telling me with this R. Kelly, whatever they're telling me about R. Kelly and Aaliyah at that time, and he's sick. I want our men in particular to take care of themselves. They're the worst.
Yeah, we don't go to the doctor.
So, Jamie's, you're making me feel sad because that's my work. This
Yes,
is my
it is,
work, and
yeah.
it's emotional. And I'm up there too. Not as quite the 70s, but I am in my mid 60s, and I feel like I've seen so much death. And I look at us, and I look at the work that we're all doing, and I feel like, but the one thing that's going to take us out is that we don't take care of ourselves. And we're not talking about things that are difficult to do. It's a change in your mindset. The fact that you drink green drinks are great. It's very difficult to get someone that's already at stage 4, that's already got pancreatic cancer, that's already got all of these horrible diseases to change. But I can change you guys right now. I can change the millennial group right now so they won't have to be affected by these chronic illnesses by the time they get my age. People say to me all the time, the way I am today did not start yesterday. I've been doing this for a lot of years, almost 30 years of doing this work, and I know I can change a lot of lives if you just help me to help you.
And you don't want to wait until it's too late. Like right now, my uncle's battling stage 4 cancer, and he knows that his eating habits were terrible. Like my whole family's like, well, the way that he used to eat, and it's hard. Like when you've been doing that for decades to be like, okay, now I'm gonna just start eating right. Even if it's something that can save your life, it's still hard for people.
It's very hard.
I remember my neighbor growing up, her dad had lung cancer, but he still was sending us to the store to go buy him cartons of cigarettes.
Yes.
Because
exactly.
even though you're about to die from lung cancer, he still wanted to smoke all the time.
It's a craving. I have stage 4 breast cancer, and I put her in remission. And the first thing that she said to me when she went in remission, okay, can I go back to eating the way I used to and do your program 2 times a week? I says, no, it's the opposite. You're going to do my program 5 times a week, and you're going to moderately eat the way you used to eat twice a week. I says, what got you in remission is the same that keeps you in remission. And I think a lot of people misunderstand what health is. They don't even understand what healthy eating is.
Right.
They think healthy eating, there's a lot of different, hundreds of programs out there, diet programs. None of them work. Because if they work, why we still look the way we look?
That's real.
Yeah.
You made me think of something, Jamie. Have there ever been a correlation between diet and mental health? Like a healthy diet and mental health?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because if you're feeling good about yourself, you're taking care of yourself also. The brain functions better. I mean, right?
Oh, first of all,
Even if you hear
amino.
James talking
Yeah.
about
Well,
how
I
he
can
was
wait.
going,
I gotta
he was
jump in
going through.
because
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sober now 29 years, but I was 14 years sober. So as a sober man I was really going crazy. And I say that if it wasn't for God and the way that Roni changed my life, my detox was mentally, physically, and spiritually. And I don't believe that a detox works unless it connects mentally, physically, and spiritually. And if not for Roni, if not for God first, and if not for Roni, she was feeding my brain nutrition. I was feeding it carbs and dead food.
Yes.
So I couldn't get
Yeah.
out of my insanity.
Right.
I just kept thinking about the betrayal. Anyone who would listen, like if this was back then, the whole interview would be about how someone betrayed
James,
me.
I'm so curious, what happened?
I was working for a songwriter, and we went through a presidential pardon with Bill Clinton, and her husband was the 5th most wanted man in the world, and Bill Clinton pardoned him at the last moment, and I built her career, and I gave her access to the world, and after we went through James, I helped everybody, I gave this rich woman her dream, and I had FBI agents on me, over underneath the pardon. I went to the White House all the time. I entertained the Clintons all the time, and Jamie's been there at the White House many times with us, and I get a phone call from one of my FBI agents on President's Day of 2002. And I always avoided him because I had the 5th. And that day, he calls and he says, hey, I'm reading page 6 today. James, it's Matt McPhillips. You know who I am from the FBI. And that lady fired you. And I'm like,
you didn't know?
What? No.
I didn't know. You never told me this
So my FBI agent told me. So I was
Page
fired.
6.
I was fired on page 6. And then besides that, it gets better. I mean, if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
So then she tries to, the only thing that I love, since Frankie Crocker was my mentor, so I started when I was 13 in this crazy business. And the only thing I love, this crazy lady was trying to destroy. Set me up for a sexual harassment charge. I'm gay since I'm 4. I don't even have those thoughts. I love women. Charlamagne, I brought Naomi up here. I was
Absolutely.
Naomi's first PR guy. I love beautiful women. But I don't have those thoughts of to sexually harass them. So now I'm set up for a sexual harassment charge. My media friends laugh, but she really went out to destroy me.
Yeah.
But
Hold on, real quick. We talked about this yesterday because it was the gay guy and he was touching Mel B. And he was touching her on her butt and on her breast, but that can still be harassment.
No. I was sexually harassed every day, and I won't get into that. But
why? Wait a minute. I don't know that story,
well,
Jimmy.
Jimmy's learning a lot.
My boss did very inappropriate things on a daily basis.
I remember that. Yeah.
Of meetings that were really inappropriate.
I've been there, done that.
And I'm cool. No big deal. So. The betrayal was it was the hardest betrayal I ever dealt with in my life.
Gotcha.
And this lady right here, if you're at home suffering mental, physically, or spiritually, I'm not trying to promote 21 pounds in 21 days, but I left an illustrious life in New York City to work with this woman that was a nurse in a nursing home on Martha's Vineyard with no platform. I went from a world platform to share her work, because to change your life and to get your mental health back and to not be on drugs and to not be on Prozac and to not have to visit a psychiatrist, just to juice. Like, Angela, you have it. Like, this will really begin to change your thinking. You know, God is first. Absolutely.
100%.
I mean, being led on the seventh day, which she led me to my beautiful Pastor Buckley, shout out, in a small little church in Martha's Vineyard. God led the way, and Ronnie was right there. And without these things, and without detoxing and getting life out of your body, I don't know how people survive. Like, I don't know how obese people survive. I don't know how mentally insane people survive. They're putting no nutrients in their body, and that's what I was doing. So eventually, that betrayal, the volume got less and less and less. And then I was blessed. The book wasn't easy. It wasn't. William Morris, the agent, 39 rejection letters. And then I finally went to Judith Regan, and she said, come detox me, and if it works, I'll sign it. We became best friends.
Wow, that's
right. Yeah.
Every book publisher. So all you authors out there, 39 rejection letters. William Morris, the biggest agency. And 13 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list, 300,000 books later. But the main thing, saved so many lives, changed, like the emails and the testimonies.
You're right, and it's a lot about education. A lot of times we can say, oh, why isn't this person just eating better? Just do that. But a lot of people don't even know that. Like, we didn't grow up like that. I remember myself growing up, I used to eat McDonald's all the time, drink soda every single day, eat candy, eat chips. I ate awful. Until, I got older, and then I had to start learning things and educating myself. And it's hard to break yourself out of certain habits, too, because you do get those cravings. You do get addicted to things. And so for myself, it was just me trying to learn to make food and get things done like the way that I knew it would be. I had to make myself like things, and then I would like them.
Then you like them.
Yeah.
Right, because there was a lot of things I didn't eat growing up that I eat now.
But don't you realize, and I'm sure you do realize it, that you do have a craving for good foods once you start it. Like, I crave green drinks. I mean, if you give your body soda every day, you crave soda. If you give your body coffee, you crave coffee. You give your body green drinks, you will start to crave it. And one of the questions that you were asking me about the brain, you have no idea. If you want to reach your goals, if you want to be awesome by the time you get to be my age, you have to start right now, because essential amino acids is the key to brain function. That's your protein. Essential fatty acids is the key. Anything that says essential, your body can't live without it. Our young people are not doing very much essential anything. And look at them. You can tell.
Right.
So you have to start, if you want your dreams to be big, you have to start taking care of your body. One of my famous client said to me not too long ago, if I knew I was going to live this long, I would have taken care of myself better. And he is suffering today, and it's sad to see that.
You're
but
lucky to be
it's
alive.
so true. If you take care of yourself now, you won't suffer later.
You don't want to live a long suffering life, though.
Because that's when you've already made it. You've already made your money. So many of us have made it, and then they suffer and they die. That's not what you want. You want to make it, and you want to live a good quality life. And the only way to do that is with good quality foods.
So tell them, I'm sorry.
Now, I was going to ask Dr. Ronnie, can you work out on the 21-day diet?
That's a really good question. On a 21-day diet, you should not work out. That's the time to love your body, to stretch your body, and to feel really good. And that's why we have a little present here for you.
Yeah.
I want to introduce
This is my
our
present
trainer.
from Jimmy.
Okay, this is Jamie's present. Come on.
Who is this Boris Kojo looking like a present for? Because he's not for me.
Hello, I'm Ariel, the trainer.
What's up, Ariel?
1,021 days.
Yeah, I think that's for you.
What did you say, us? We have to share him. Angela, did you say us? Okay.
You said you have a present for us.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is a trainer for everyone, but we're gonna start by training Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie
I'm going to
first.
have him
All right.
for a while.
Okay, Jamie.
I have to break them in, in the older times they gave it to the mothers. So, you break the little young things.
You got to test drive.
That's right. Got to teach them what to do.
So how do you start Jamie with her personal training? What is the first day like?
For now, she cannot work out, as you might have heard from Dr. Ronnie, because the juicing is really intense. So you're not really chewing, so it's not recommended for you to be doing extraneous workout.
What about yoga?
Yoga and stretching will be
stretching.
what we're doing now. After she finishes and she start slowly getting back into chewing solid food, then we start with a more intense way of training.
Okay.
What's that accent? Russian?
I'm Dominican.
He's
Dominican? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My fault. Got you. It's like you and Boris came off the same factory line.
Kinda. Yeah, we there.
It does look like that. But look, Ronnie, let's talk about, because you're 21 days. Okay, after the 21 days, let's talk about they got to start eating somehow, somewhere, and something.
Well, because
So
we
what-
know the 21 pounds in 21 days is very aggressive. Not only do you lose 21 pounds, but like I said, you start feeling good. Your skin changes, the way your hair looks changes, and the way you think really changes. Because just like James said, it is body, mind, and spirit. However, what will happen after that, you're going to slowly transition from the 21 days to what's called a PEVI program, which is our maintenance program. That program is to teach you how to eat healthy for the rest of your life. We call it maintenance. All right. And that program, basically, like I was saying earlier, is essential foods. It's great foods, quality foods, organic foods. It's full of nutrients, almost 100 different nutrients you will be eating on a daily basis. We have foods that are so strong in amino acids and essential fatty acids, it continues to change your body, continues to help you live a good, healthy life until you pass our age, by the way. I've people that are like my oldest client now is 97 years old.
Amazing.
Wow.
And that's one of the
Damn.
biggest benefits,
Yes.
I would say, of detoxing or the fast that I did, is that afterward, it should change how you look at food and what tastes good to you. Because when you haven't been eating things for a while, it starts to feel like when you drink soda and you haven't had soda in
You
21
detrain your
days,
body.
you're like, oh, this is way too disgusting and sugary. I feel it rotting my teeth away. It feels nasty. And there's certain things that you'll lose a taste for that weren't good for you anyway.
Exactly.
But it's really important after this that you do eat well. Like, there's no point in doing a detox and then going back to eating
That's right.
terribly
That's right.
afterward. It's supposed to kind of recondition you.
Well,
Right.
we're gonna want you to follow us on, my Facebook, Sister to Sister, Jamie Foster.
I heard,
Sister to
hold
Sister.
on. Since you said sister to sister, I heard you're putting out some interviews we might have never heard before or seen before.
Yeah, I am. We've got I have so much. Usually when I was I was the first person to interview Snoop and Dr. Dre at the same time.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, and they were like, I had 86 questions, and when I walked in, this was the scariest thing I've ever done. I was out in LA, and they said, okay, you got to come and do it. The label chose me to come and interview them. This is before the music is out, This is the
What album?
beginning.
Chronic or?
The first one.
Okay.
So wait a minute. So I told my girlfriends, they said, they're really tough guys. They're very mean guys and everything. I said, okay. I said, okay. They said, okay, well, we're going to throw some dust on you and some, you got to wear some, hospital
voodoo?
shoes. No, they were just scared. They were
Okay.
girls that were scared. I asked my girlfriend, I said, well, you going to come and go with me? She said, yeah, I'll take you. So we get there, and as we're getting out of the car, out comes Suge, out comes Dre, out comes Snoop, and they look like they're giants, like they're 20 feet tall, out of these big black cars. And my girlfriend looked at me and said, "See ya." Wouldn't want to be here. I was like, what?
Oh my gosh.
So wait a minute. So now I got to go into the studio by myself without her. I had sent the questions in, so I'm told by the vice president of promotion, you can't ask these questions. I had 86 questions. They had, toppled it down to 42. I said, okay. So first person I had to interview was Dre, Dr. Dre. And so I said, they told me that I couldn't ask you these questions. What, are you not man enough, or what, you can't take it, or what? He said, no, he said, I can take it, ask me anything you want. So, honey, he opened up the floodgates. I asked him everything.
Wow.
And then Snoop, he was just wonderful. And he was like, while I was interviewing him, he was getting calls from his girlfriend. He said, girl, didn't I tell you not to call me? I told you I was doing an interview. He was just lovely.
Right.
He was just lovely. And Dre was too. And that's when I got a chance to tell Dre, you guys are my kings. Black men are our kings. And I said, you lead us. You all especially gifted. And I said, you have to be careful what you say out there because people will follow you. But anyway.
So they were nice people.
They were very.
They must have had good
They were lovely.
They were very nice to me. I've always had really, really wonderful
What do you think
guys.
about all the R. Kelly stuff happening now, being that you spoke with Aaliyah's father, and what do you think about
Oh,
that?
you remember when I spoke to Aaliyah's father? And not just the father, the whole family. They sat me down in front of the whole family and told me basically that it didn't happen. Now, I knew a lot of stuff, because a lot of the stuff comes to me anyway, the label people, whatever. But the thing is that the family was trying to heal. So you let them heal. If they're trying to heal, you let them heal. With what's going on with R. Kelly, it's so funny you asked me because I'm going to be interviewing his ex-wife because she called me just the other day. Yeah, she called and said she wants to come to the house, sit down, and just talk. And I'm getting that a lot. DMX's person also called. She's coming. I'm going to see her. No, that's his wife. This is Stephanie. This is the one he's has the child with. So they come to me because I kind of detox them. So Dr. Ronnie detoxes me, but I allow them to say what they have to say, and I love on them. When DMX was at my house the last time, I was so devastated because as he was talking to me and was telling all the things that happened, what happened with his mother and just life, he just started crying. Then when I talked to the mother and she's telling me her side of it on the phone, she starts crying and hangs up. So it's been a lot for me detoxing this. I almost need a detox like this because I have to take in so much from our children. And that's why I'm here. And what I do because I do love you all. I really do.
Well, 21 pounds in 21 days. It's available everywhere now, right?
You can get it.
Well,
Been
this book has been out.
Yeah,
We've been on
out.
a New York Times bestseller for years, and it's still selling. And I know there's a lot of questions out there, and you should have a lot of questions. So just follow me. Just go to 21pounds21days.com. We try to answer all the questions.
Watch me on there too.
Right.
That with my
trainer?
Facebook assistant.
With the trainer.
Yeah, you can follow me on Ariel the Trainer.
Ariel the trainer.
You shouldn't have showed them. Everybody gonna be following them up on Twitter and Instagram now.
What's the website though? Because they can go and they get a kit. They can get a kit and follow us.
If they get you. Well, Jamie's starting her detox pretty soon, and we want a lot of people to follow her and cheer her up, and
Or maybe do it with her.
Do it with her. I'm
please,
going to be
Angela,
doing it.
'cause I
I'll
need
be doing it
strength.
with her as well.
I got a juice bar. I can juice every day,
that's
no
right.
problem.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
Right by
You
my
gotta
house.
send me some. Wait a minute. So I got to do all the juicing on my own.
You're gonna have some support.
The juice stuff is in the kit.
Okay.
Also, everything is in that kit. Except for the food. Now you do get nourishment. Now you didn't tell them this part, but they're not allowed to chew. Why are they not allowed to chew? You need to tell them.
The process of detoxification is just that. We're not talking about a diet. We're talking about cleansing your body. All of these nutrients have enzymes in it that will help you process the food into the cellular level. So chewing complicates things because chewing takes away all of your energy. We're going to give your body a rest. And when you give your body a rest, you drink your nutrients instead of eating your food. We're talking about cleansing, and we're not talking about eating at this particular time. Even though you're going to be full of over 100 different nutrients, we're still talking about the cleanse and not a diet. Okay. So follow us. Go to 21pounds21days.com. Get your kit, and send Jamie lots of questions and messages.
Oh, yes. I'll have, in between Ariel stretching me, I'll get up and answer these questions.
And don't worry, there's even a page, how to cheat and get away with it.
The cheating. Oh, we can cheat in there? And Angela, now you said that we got to do this.
Page 115.
So I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, a lot of people feel like, oh, well, you're already a certain age, or I'm already in my 40s or 50s. No, nobody wants to be sick. And it's not a cool thing. It just, it is, and you want to be healthy, enjoying yourself. I still go dancing. I can out dance most of you all in here.
I be seeing Jamie out and about running around all night long. Okay?
On Friday nights I'm dancing. On Sundays I'm dancing. Also, that's my joy. And
so this training should be no problem.
This
for
training, well, I'm gonna have him stretch me
all day.
But follow me on the Facebook at the Sister to Sister Facebook page, and Jason, who's a social media guru, will be posting my stuff up there. I'll be telling him everything that's going on. I'm so happy that you all had us here, Charlamagne.
Yes.
This was wonderful, and for us to help our children, God's kids. All of you all are my kids. You understand? I don't care what color you are. You're all my kids. I want all of us to be healthy.
Well,
okay?
thank you for coming, Jamie Foster Brown.
So I want you to go out and grab this book and get started. And remember, we answer all questions. We will help you and support you through the whole process. And Jamie will share her trainer, right, Jamie? So go to 21 pounds, 21 days.
Well, thank you, Jamie Foster Brown, Dr. Ronnie, James Hester, and Boris Kojo for coming today.
Thank you.
It's the Breakfast
Our young
Club.
trainer.